I want to get line drive.
Want to lose weight and keep eating? For you.
In my financial situation.
What you got?
Now I was raised in a sandbox next to you and her. You was holding a handgun. She was giving birth to a baby born to be just like you. I wonder what's that's worth. I wonder if you ever knew you was a role model to me first. The next day I woke up in the morning, seen you on the news. Looked in the mirror, then realized that I had something to prove. You told me, don't be like me, just finish watching cartoons. Which is funny now, cause all I see is Wile E. Coyotes in the room. And I run it. And I run it. And I run it. And I run it. That's ironic. I run it. That's ironic. I run it.
So all of my wounds, hear my tears, all of my tunes. Let my life loose in this booth, just for you, motherfucker. Hope y'all amused.
And I run it. And I run it. And I run it. That's ironic.
In my financial situation.
Or deliberations begin later this.
Look, popular pie plans pictured here.
Wile E. Coyote. Wile E. Coyote.
This shit make a nigga just wanna ride. Reminisce when I had the morning appetite. Applejack and after that I hit the TV guide.
How you doing? This is Melvin Brown, and welcome back to the Melvin Brown Experience. Today is not going to be a topic. Today is going to be another story time. So, I remember it was the year 2000 or late 2020. I remember this one female client. I was working with her for a while. She called me. She said, Melvin, look, let's redo some work. I said, what you want to do? Let's redo a love work. And I said, look, you know I hate seconds. She said, Melvin, I know you hate seconds. Let's do it again. I said, all right, cool. So what you want? I said, all right, cool. Maybe I made a mistake on the first case. Let's do this one. Let's give it a good try. So she's like, Melvin, I want him to be stalkerish. I want him to love me. I want him to be obsessed with me. I just want my husband to be fully back. So, what wound up happening, a few months later, her and her husband got back together. My client was so happy, so grateful that she finally got her results. Well, I know it's a minute and 11 seconds right now. Y'all like, that's it? Hell no. You know what it is. This shit about to get real. So, 5 months later, she calls me. Melvin, what's up? I said, what you mean, what's up? Like, what's going on? Melvin, I need your help. I said, what's going on? Yo, I know for a fact that my target's still seeing somebody. I said, what? I know for a fact that my husband's still seeing somebody. I said, do you got proof and evidence? She said, Melvin. Proof and evidence? Melvin. Tell me how I decided to get up, get dressed, because I was off today. Something told me to follow him back home. I said, so you telling me you was outside in the parking lot, just parked, just waiting for him all day? She said, yes. And I said, what happened? He didn't come straight home. I said, what happened? He's still seeing that girl, and he promised me that he wasn't seeing her. I said, do you have proof and evidence? Melvin, she answered the door when he drove to this house. I said, oh, wow. Wow, that's crazy. I said, did you confirm about anything? She said, Melvin, I'm not confirming. I'm just playing it cool. I said, all right, cool. So look, what do you want to do? Melvin, is there anything else we can do? I said, well, I got this little ritual we can do. You don't have to send me anything. I can just do it from my house. Melvin, hun, check your Cash App. She checked the Cash App. I did the work. Now, this is when the case get really tricky. Like, the reason I'm telling this story, because I never had a case like this. So, a few months later, you know what? Before I say a few months later, let's just say 2 months later, she gave me a call. All right, Melvin, he's back. We love you. We caring. Everything's cool. I said, okay, well, baby girl, I wish you nothing but the best. Have a good life. May you be abundant, and may good luck and happiness come your way. She said, Melvin, thank you so much. So, a few months later, now, how did I meet this client? I met this client through my other client that was her best friend. Let me tell y'all, me and this one woman, her friend, we worked together, but we barely talked to each other. So, I'm sitting there, minding my business. All I know is I get a, yo, what's up? Long time, what's going on? Melvin, how you doing? I say, nothing, I'm chilling. Melvin, I need to talk to you. I say, what's going on? Yo, it's about my friend. I said, what happened? Melvin, I think you put too much umph in it. I said, what you mean I put too much umph? Melvin, her target is acting like a goddamn maniac. And I said, all right, when we talking about maniac, what kind of maniac we talking about? We talking about a maniac that's just overly clingy, too mushy? She said, Melvin, I wish I can tell you that, but Melvin, I ain't calling you that for that reason. I said, all right, what kind of maniac? Melvin, yesterday, he busted her windows out of her car. Yesterday, he not only broke her TV, earlier that day, he was looking for her. He went over to mom's house and decided to bust the mom window too. I said, look, tell her give me a call. Thank you for the updates and everything. I said, yo, why she didn't call me before you hang up? She said, Melvin, she thought you was gonna cuss her out. I said, no, right, shit like this is pretty serious. Tell her to call me immediately, because I really want to talk to her. So, I lie you not. Within 15 minutes, I get a phone call. So I answer the phone. I'm like, hello? Melvin, I need to talk to you. I said, baby girl, look, calm down. What's wrong? Look, the way how she was crying, like she couldn't control herself. So I'm like, look, in your nose, out your mouth. So I told her to do that about a few times. So I'm like, yo, what happened? Melvin, he still seen that girl, so I decided to kick him out the house. I said, okay. How long you kicked him out the house? A week ago. And I said, okay. And then what happened? He wanted to work things out. And I said, what happened? I told him, no, I need time to think. So I said, okay. Was this a few days ago? What happened? She said, no, this happened about a week ago. I said, okay, what happened? Now tell me what led up to your mom window getting busted. Basically, she wasn't trying to open the door. And while he was knocking at the door, she lives in a nice neighborhood and there's a bunch of nosy white folks outside. And you know, trying to cause commotion, the cops can call. So basically, he thought the target was at the mom house. Now the mom was warned, don't open the door for him. The mom didn't open the door. But what wound up happening, the mom walked to the door and told him her daughter was not there. Now remind you, I did put a lot of energy in this work. So when you put a lot of energy, more than the unusual, sometimes things can overlap. It can be the best of the best blessing, or it could be the worst disaster. And the way how her target was acting, her husband, it was like a disaster. So what wound up happening was the target didn't believe the mom. And he causing the scene to the mom. The mom got scared, closed the door. He got agitated, decided to bust the window. So I had to tell her, baby girl, for your safety, I'm gonna ask you nicely, can you please send me the work back? And you can get any spell that you want for free, because your safety means a lot to me. And the last thing I need is blood on my hands. She said, Melvin, I'm gonna send it to you. So I wound up getting the jar. Everything was normal. It was nothing wrong. So basically, I made another one and redid it, because at the end of the day, that's still her husband, so I'm obligated to redo another one. And this one, it was weak. It would have brought him back, but it wouldn't be so chaotic. So what wound up happening, for a few months, the target disappeared. Didn't want to talk to her, didn't want to be bothered with her, didn't even want to see his son. So you know, naturally, the client would call and like, Melvin, I don't know what's going on, but I said, baby girl, the way how the first one we did, I didn't like it. This gotta be a little light, but he will come back. I promise you, he will come back. Within a year and a half, her Target comes back. Everything lovey-dovey, caring, mushy, you name it. Honeymoon phase. So basically, she called me again, said, thank you, Melvin. I appreciate you, but I'm going to move on with my life. And if anything happened, I'll let you know. 2021. 2021 was a good year. Business booming, talking to clientels, traveled to Toronto, Canada, just living life. Out of nowhere, I get a phone call. I look at it, it's an unknown number. I never answer unknown numbers, so I kept that shit pushing. Out of nowhere, I get an Instagram phone call, and it's from the same client. So I'm like, oh boy, what the fuck did she get herself into now? So what wound up happening was we chit-chat for a little bit. Everything seemed cool. So I said, all right, so forget all that. What the hell is going on with you and your husband? Melvin, I broke up with my husband. I said, why you break up with your husband? He still seen that girl. I said, all right, well, you know I'm not doing no another jar. I don't do seconds, and I damn sure don't do thirds. She said, I don't care. I said, you still got to work? She said, yeah, I still got it. I said, okay, cool. All right, so look, what's going on? You called me. Oh, I'm asking for prosperity work now. I said, all right, cool. So she paid for prosperity work. Next thing you know, everything looking pretty cool. Mid-2021, this is like the most craziest shit I ever heard in my life, and the most craziest shit I experienced since working in this craft. I mean, I've seen plenty of crazy shit, but on a love work tip. So I get a phone call. Mind you, I ain't talked to her in a few months. I get a phone call. Melvin, I'm back with my husband. I said, all right, congratulations. I said, all right, what's going on with you and your husband? Nothing. We chilling. He's skinny as shit now. I said, wow, that's odd. Why the fuck is he skinny? I don't know. We went to the doctors. Ain't nothing wrong with him. So I do a little small divination. Is there a hex and a curse on him? No. Is there a hex and a curse on him? No. Is there a hex and a curse on him? No. So I'm like, all right, ain't nothing going on. He probably stressed out. A few weeks later, he loses his job. And a week after that, his best friend is locked up for, I ain't gonna talk about, but he locked up. It's a serious case. So, all right, I ain't paying attention. So all of a sudden, since all that shit fall apart, he slowly but surely start to gravitate towards my client in a very possessive, obsessive way. Now, when you do magic, sometimes you gotta be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it all. Let's continue. So, he being obsessed, having sex with her. He wanted 24/7, even on her period. He doing things that he would never do. Performing oral sex on her while she's on her period. That is very disgusting. So that was pretty odd. So she was getting so annoyed to a point that the cops was called a few times. She was getting so annoyed to a point that they had to separate again because it was that overwhelming towards her. So what wound up happening, what made this case so crazy, he's still seeing the girl again. Remind you, we've been doing this shit for almost a year and a half or almost 2 years. Why the fuck is he still seeing this girl? I remember when she told me, I'm like, yo, something ain't right, yo. Something is real strange. I say, yo, one last thing, talk to your husband. Oh, I don't talk to him no more, but I miss him a whole lot and everything, and I want to bring him back. I say, this is fucking toxic. I said, baby girl, look, listen. I'm going to do something on the house because you're a good client of mine. I'm going to do something on the house. This is going to be a truth spell. When this truth spell manifests, I always tell this to clients, do not get mad at me. Do not freak out. He might tell you he don't want to be with you. No, he's not playing around. No, he's not in his mind. That's how he truly feel about you. So what wound up happening, I did the truth spell. Mind you, true spells working within 48 hours or within a week or 2 weeks. That's how fast it is. So basically, my client just minding her business. She get a phone call. Her husband decided to call her and tell her nothing but the truth. The truth is he loved her. The truth is he cheated. The truth is he didn't only cheat with her, it's multiple women he cheated with. And the biggest truth came out. Baby, let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on. Witchcraft is the biggest fucking trend. Like, dealing with this girl, I seen her altar. Bingo! He seen her altar. The client calls me back, and I finds out what the hell's going on. But when we did the divination, I told her, yo, this shit right here is pretty fucking bad. I don't know what the fuck your boyfriend did or what the fuck does your husband do, but a lot of women that he was dealing with fell in love with him. And it's 3 women, including yourself, threw work on this man. She thought I was lying. It became an argument. You know, I don't argue. I said, okay, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. So the deal wasn't closed because she was just so mad. A few months later, her target decided to give her a call. And when I told her in the divination it was going to be bad, it's bad. It's to a point her target was hearing voices. It's to a point her target was forced to go to a psychiatric ward. It was bad. It was bad. It was to a point that the target was really talking about, you know, hurting himself. That's how bad it was. So she believed in me. We wound up doing the work. Was a little rough at first, but things got back together smoothly. But sadly, here's the case. In life, sometimes there's never going to be a happy ending. Sadly, she did not want to be with her husband no more. She decided to move on. But at the end of the day, her and her husband are still friends. So the door's still open. It is what it is. This is Melvin Brown. This is the Melvin Brown Experience. I hope you enjoy this. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Email me. I am out.